Hi there. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Finding Our Why. And I'm here with Stephanie. How are you today, Stephanie Godel?
I am great, and how are you, Joseph Lind?
I'm doing really good today. It's a good day for both of us. We're having a lot of reasons to celebrate our why and share with everybody on what their why should be and their mindset and motivation and how that all works. So why don't you start us out, Steph? How do you define the why, and how does that all work out for you?
So, finding your why is really important. Essentially, it's your purpose or belief that inspires you, and it's bigger than just you and your goals for the next couple of days. It's really something that kind of helps push you through your day, drives your life, and gives you purpose.
And how'd you run across this thought process? This seems to be like the new thing out there a little bit. Tell me about that.
It totally is, I think, one of those new things that it's a buzzword, that's what it's called. The new buzzword is your why. But if you go back and look at any motivational books or quotes or listen to podcasts, anything, I mean, even books that I've been reading since I was a kid, a lot of them talk about finding that why, and it gives you that deeper purpose to drive your day. Because let's be honest, there's some days where it's hard to get out of bed or it's hard to show up to work. But when you find your why and you know what your why is, that really kind of allows you to see the bigger picture and keeps you moving.
So do you start your day out with a routine? Are you routine oriented, and does that help you with that? And is that part of your why, or is that a separate topic?
I am a routine based. That's probably a separate topic, but it falls right in line with it. I'm reading. One of my morning routines is to read every morning, and that is a big part of my why, because that does keep me focused on that bigger picture, and keeps me chugging along.
So what's your why?
My why is, from a business standpoint, is to inspire our agents to do bigger and better things, and to help them achieve their goals. And then from a personal standpoint, and they really do go hand in hand, is to help provide for my family. Chris and I just bought this awesome house, and there's a lot of fun things that we see ourselves doing in that house for the rest of our lives, and that really helps me and motivates me on a daily basis, just envisioning that dream. Even though it's a long ways away, it helps me hit the pavement every day.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Susie and I had the same thing, and we were just talking about really establishing a new set of not goals, but things that we want to achieve.
Like a bucket list.
Yeah, like a bucket list, and just some trips, or whatever we want to do. And while it may be separate from the business, that's also part of our why. And like you said, getting up in the morning and not every morning do you jump out of bed anxious to get going and anxious to take on the day. But when you look at your why and really establish that, and that other people are involved in your why, and some of those folks may not even know that they're part of your why. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
Totally.
And so what else do you want to say about that? What else you got in your head as far as the why is concerned?
I just really think if you don't know your why, you really need to spend some time alone and really think about what do you enjoy doing, what fuels your fire on a day-to-day basis, what are your big goals, your BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, and really spend some time and figure out what your why is, and then focus on that on a daily basis, and know that should be your direction. Every decision that you make throughout your day should reflect your why in some way, shape, or form. So I encourage everybody to spend time, really finding out what their why is if they're not sure, and if you know it, already, make sure that's something that's constantly top of mind.
You talked about the why being different from the goals, and getting off into a quiet place, and wherever that quiet place may be, the beach, the mountains, your backyard, whatever. And really, why are you, and answering that question, why are you doing what you're doing on a daily basis? Not goal-oriented, but the real true answer to that why And doesn't that help keep you focused during the day when you're talking with other people, and then we all get sidetracked as we go along. But that helps keep you centered, doesn't it, and focused?
It definitely does, and like I said, when you're presented with certain opportunities or asked to participate in certain things and you're not really sure what you should do, a lot of times you can go back and to your why and say, does this line up with my why? And that a lot of times will help you make that decision.
Just a funny story this morning, and I don't know why it just came to mind, but I walked into the gym after doing 3 miles, and Susie said, you need to go in and talk to somebody in there. So I walked in, and the person at the counter said, you got to check in. So I was there for like 4.5 minutes, and I walked out, and the girl says, you weren't here very long. And I said, you can get a lot accomplished if you stay focused. So I think that's the same thing. We can all get more things accomplished during the day if we stay focused, and that why is all part of that. Anything else you'd like to add?
That's it for today. Anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I just want to thank people for tuning in, and if they think this is something that they like, to check us out, subscribe, and forward it to their friends and anyone else that they think might be interested. What do you think of that?
I think you just did a really good job.
Yeah, likewise. I think you did too. Thanks for joining us again, and I enjoy doing this with you. It's fun.
It is fun. See you guys next week.
Charge on.